Chapter 10. Working with Layers in Photoshop CC. Layers. You can think of layers as transparent panes of glass stacked on top of one another, which allows different parts of each layer to show through. There are many types of layers you will use in Photoshop, and they fall into two main categories. Content layers. These layers contain different types of content, such as photographs, text, and shapes. Adjustment layers. These layers allow you to apply adjustments to the layers below them, such as saturation or brightness. Adjustment layers are a type of non-destructive editing because they do not actually change anything about the original image. When using layers, it may be helpful to turn individual layers on and off to see how they affect the image. You can do this by clicking the eye icon next to each layer name. This is how your image will look on the screen or when printed. When broken apart, each layer stacks on top of the previous one. Layers let you organize your work into distinct levels that can be edited and viewed as individual units. Every Photoshop CC document contains at least one layer with the name background. Creating multiple layers lets you easily control how your artwork is printed, displayed, and edited. You will use the layers palette often while creating a document, so it is crucial to understand what it does and how to use it. Layer visibility. The eye shows that the selected layer is visible. Click on or off to see or to hide a layer. Layer locking options. Click the checkered square icon to lock transparency. Click the brush icon to lock the image. Click the arrow icon to lock the position, and click the lock icon to lock all options. Layer blending mode defines how the layer's pixels blend with underlying pixels in the image. By choosing a particular blending mode from the drop-down menu, you can create a variety of special effects. Fill. By typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency. Opacity. By typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency of the entire layer. Layer lock. The icon shows when the layer is locked and disappears when it is unlocked. You can double-click the icon to unlock the layer. Layer options menu. Click the black triangle to display the following options: New layer, duplicate layer, delete layer, layer properties, etc. Some of the options are presented as icons at the bottom of the layers palette. Link layers. It can be used to link layers together. Layer styles. If a layer has a style, an FX icon appears at the bottom of the layers palette. Click the little black triangle to see style options. Layer mask allows you to hide certain parts of the layer, which can then be revealed by using the paintbrush and the white paint color to expose portions of the layer. Layer set. This option helps to organize images with multiple layers. Click the icon to create a folder for several layers. Create new fill or adjustment layer. They have the same opacity and blending mode options as image layers and can be rearranged, deleted, hidden, and duplicated in the same manner as image layers. Click the icon and select an option to create a new fill or adjustment layer. Create new layer. Click this icon to create a new layer. Delete layer. To delete a layer, select a layer in the Layers palette and drag it to the trash icon, or select a layer and click the icon. Adding a new layer. To add a new layer to a document, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click the Create a New Layer icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. A new layer appears in the Layers panel directly above the background layer. Photoshop automatically names new layers for us. In this case, it named the layer Layer 1. Notice that you now have two layer rows in the Layers panel, each representing a different layer. Or Step 1. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus N. A new layer dialog box will appear. Step 2. Type the name which you want to give to this new layer in the name box. Adjust the opacity in the opacity slider. You can also choose the color using drop-down menu of color. If you look in the new layers preview thumbnail, you see a checkerboard pattern. The checkerboard pattern is Photoshop's way of representing transparency. Since there is nothing else being displayed in the preview thumbnail, this tells you that at the moment the new layer is blank. Fact bit: more than one layer is called a composition. Moving layers. You can move layers above and below each other in the Layers panel simply by dragging them. Right now, Layer 2 is sitting above Layer 1, but you can move Layer 2 below Layer 1 by clicking on Layer 2 and with your mouse button still held down, dragging the layer downward until a highlight bar appears between Layer 1 and the background layer. This is the spot where the layer will be placed. Release your mouse button when the highlight bar appears. Photoshop drops the layer into its new position. The only layer you cannot move in the Layers panel is the background layer. You also cannot move other layers below the background layer. Deleting layer. To delete a layer, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the layer which you want to delete. Step 2. Click on the Delete Layer icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. Step 3. A dialog box will appear to confirm for deletion. Click Yes. The layer will be deleted, or simply click the layer which you want to delete and with your mouse button still held down, drag it down onto the trash bin icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. Release your mouse button when the pointer is on the icon. The layer will be deleted. Copying a layer. You have seen how to add a new blank layer to a document, but there will also be times when you will want to duplicate an existing layer. This is an easy way to try out different edits without altering the original layer. Step 1. Right-click the layer, then select Duplicate Layer. Step 2. A dialog box will appear. You can change the name of the duplicate layer. Click OK. The duplicate layer will appear. Grouping layers. Grouping layers helps organize your projects and keeps your Layers panel uncluttered. By linking layers, you establish a relationship between them, even if they are not next to each other in your layer order. Grouping layers can help decrease your file size and make your document more manageable. Step 1. Select multiple layers in the Layers panel by pressing the Shift key. Step 2. Choose Layer, then Group Layers. To ungroup the layers, select the group and choose Layer, then Ungroup Layers. Layer effect and styles. Photoshop provides a variety of effects such as shadows, glow, bevel, emboss, and overlay. These effects change the appearance of the layer's contents. To apply the layer effects, follow the given points. Step 1. Select a layer in the Layers panel. Step 2. Click on the Layer Styles button at the bottom of the Layers panel. Step 3. Choose an effect from the displayed list. Step 4. The Layer Style dialog box appears. Select the desired effect by clicking the corresponding checkboxes on the left side of the dialog box. Step 5. Click OK to apply the effect. Observe the applied effects will reflect below the layer name in the Layers panel. Vector Mask. A vector mask is a resolution-independent path that clips out the contents of the layer. It will cut an object out of a picture with a sharp edge. To use a vector mask, follow the given steps. Step 1. Draw any shape or type any text. Step 2. Insert an image which you want to add in the shape or the text. Step 3. Click the Vector Mask button in the Masks panel. Or choose Layer, then Vector Mask, then Current Path. Lesson sum up. Layers are like transparent panes of glass stacked on top of one another. Content layers contain different types of content such as photographs, text, and shapes. Adjustment layers allow you to apply adjustments to the layers below them, such as saturation or brightness. Layer blending mode defines how the layer's pixels blend with underlying pixels in the image. Opacity can specify the transparency of the entire layer.